Imagine this. You're standing in front of the most luxurious banquet the world has ever seen. Every dish is perfect. Every flavor is rare. Every plate is crafted by the best chefs on the planet. You eat nonstop, spoon after spoon, bite after bite. And yet, when the feast ends, you're still starving. No energy. No nourishment. Just exhaustion. Absurd, right? But this is exactly how most people learn today. We live in an age where knowledge has never been more accessible. With one click, you can access the collective wisdom of humanity. With one swipe, experts are ready to teach you anything: coding, design, investing, healing your mind. And yet most people feel stuck, overwhelmed, busy, but not progressing. We watch tutorials for hours, save articles we'll never read, buy courses that remain unopened, highlight entire books, and call it productivity. Dopamine flows. The brain feels stimulated. We feel like we're improving. But when the screen turns off, when the book closes, nothing remains. A week later, we can't recall the core idea. A month later, we still can't build anything. We're working hard, but going nowhere. This is the cruel paradox of our time. We are drowning in knowledge while dying of understanding. This isn't because you're lazy, and it's not because you're unintelligent. It's because your brain is ancient, and the modern world is not. Your brain evolved to survive, not to process endless streams of information. When overstimulated, it shuts down. It switches from thinking mode to scrolling mode. That exhaustion you feel, that vague sense of futility, is your mind quietly screaming for relief. So today, step off the treadmill. Slow down. And look at learning through the lens of psychology, because sometimes slowing down is the fastest way forward. Let me tell you about Alex. Alex works a normal office job 8 hours a day, but he dreams of becoming a freelance graphic designer. Every night he comes home motivated. He makes coffee, turns on warm lighting, opens his laptop, and tells himself, "Tonight, I'll finally master Photoshop." He opens YouTube and finds a 3-hour playlist titled Graphic Design from Zero to Pro. The instructor is smooth, confident, effortless. The colors are perfect. The workflow looks clean. Alex nods. That makes sense. Oh, that's how professionals do it. He feels smarter by the minute. He saves the playlist. He even shares it online. 3 hours pass. 5 videos watched. Confidence high. He closes YouTube and opens Photoshop. And then it happens. A blank canvas. Cold. Silent. Unforgiving. His cursor blinks. His hands freeze. What's the first step again? How did he make that shadow? What shortcut was that? Everything dissolves. He draws a line. It's crooked, ugly. The excitement disappears. Self-doubt rushes in. Maybe I'm just not talented. So Alex closes Photoshop and opens YouTube again. The anxiety fades. He feels productive again. What Alex experienced has a name: the illusion of competence. Watching is not learning. Recognition is not recall. Understanding something when you see it is not the same as being able to produce it. When you watch a tutorial, your brain recognizes patterns. The information flows smoothly, so the brain signals, "I get this." But real learning requires recall. It requires pulling information out without assistance. Alex never did that. He confused familiarity with mastery. There's another layer to this trap. Dopamine. Every new video, every new headline, every new course triggers a small reward in the brain. Novelty feels like progress. Preparation feels like achievement. Psychologists sometimes call this the pornography of productivity. Consuming knowledge feels safe. Doing the work feels dangerous. Watching lives in comfort, creating lives in risk. So the brain chooses the path of least resistance, not because you're weak, but because it's trying to protect you. At the core of this behavior is not laziness. It's fear. Fear of being bad. Fear of looking incompetent. Fear of discovering that you're not as capable as you hoped. When Alex watches tutorials, his identity stays intact. In his mind, he is already skilled. But the moment he starts working, reality appears. The gap between taste and ability. That gap is painful, and most people run from it. We were taught that mistakes mean failure, that struggle means stupidity. So we internalized a lie: if this is hard, I must be bad at it. Watching protects the ego. Doing exposes it. That's how people become professional learners and ineffective practitioners. But growth has never worked that way. Nature doesn't grow instantly. Trees don't rise overnight. They struggle underground first, in darkness and pressure, before they ever touch the sky. Philosophers call this loving your fate, including discomfort. The frustration you feel when you don't understand is not a sign of failure. It is the condition of understanding. That mental friction is your brain forming new connections. Learning is painful because birth is painful. Nothing real is created without resistance. So how do you escape the trap? First, prioritize output over input. No consumption without creation. If you watch 10 minutes, spend 40 minutes using what you saw. Close the video and try. Even if you fail. Especially if you fail. Second, aim for terrible first drafts. Decide in advance that your first attempt will be bad. You cannot edit a blank page, but you can always improve a messy one. Third, learn just in time. Stop learning just in case. Learn only what you need to solve the problem in front of you right now. Knowledge sticks when it has a purpose. And finally, respect silence. After learning, do nothing for a few minutes. Let the brain consolidate. Constant stimulation erases memory. Stillness allows it to form. Life is not a competition to see who can store the most information. It is a process of transformation. Knowledge is water. You are the tree. The amount you consume doesn't matter if the roots don't absorb it. So tomorrow, when you feel the urge to click another video just to feel productive, pause. Close the browser. Face the blank canvas. Be awkward. Be slow. Be imperfect, because that discomfort you're avoiding is the exact place where growth lives. Stop pretending to learn. Start living your knowledge.